Over the next 10 days, I'm going to be in Atlanta. Then I am going to be going straight into the Thanksgiving holiday. And like many of you, it is so easy to get completely off track. So, as you are going to see me over the course of this video, I'm going to take you along with me and what it means to make some adjustments to our routines. Look, the goal is not to fall completely off the wagon. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect, because as you will see over the course of this video, I am absolutely not going to be perfect. I am going to indulge. I am going to eat. I am going to work out. I am going to enjoy myself. I am going to take care of myself, but I am not going to backtrack to the point where I have to start all over. And that's really honestly what it means to stick to your routines, take them wherever you go, but then at the same time being able to pivot in a way that doesn't make you feel deprived, doesn't make you feel like you have neglected your well-being. And so I am looking forward to bringing you all as I head back home to Houston, and we'll see how that gets done. So I just came back from Atlanta. I was there for 4 full complete days, and one of the things that I was thinking about when I was in Atlanta, which kind of prompted this video, is how easy it is for people to get out of their normal routine. And obviously when you're traveling, you can't have the same exact routine as you are at home, but that when you're locked into your routines and procedures, they follow you wherever you go. You just make adjustments. But what happens more times than not, quite honestly, is that people go and they get thrown off, and especially this time of year, people just get all the way off, and they're just like, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, I'll pick it back up after the year. And then it's just like, bruh, your traction got thrown off, and now you're starting at a whole different point than if you just would have stuck with your routines. So I don't like to necessarily pause on my routines, procedures, and goals, but what I do is I am flexible with them during this time of year. I'm not trying to lose not an ounce of weight between now and Thanksgiving. My goal is to just maintain what I have, stay in my little zone of safety, and if I can do that, mission accomplished. The goal is not to be back at a place you don't want to be when the new year starts. So let's talk about how we are going to make sure and absolutely avoid that from happening.
Things increase while I'm back, they decrease. In the middle, your jump bands, I'll take you to the next whole number.
So one of the things that's going to be consistent is we're going to be moving our body. Like, this is about balance, and we're going to need some movement for the week that's probably ahead of us. And I am looking so forward to this particular day because I am going to go grab lunch with 2 of my girlfriends that I used to work with. We haven't seen each other in a couple of months, and so this is always a lunch full of laughter. But as you are going to see, y'all, I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to have a good time during this week. I'm going to have some queso. I'm going to laugh. I am going to take in the sunlight, and I encourage you to do the same. Now, on Wednesday, this was an easy day, but it was, let's not let the laundry pile up. Let's not let the house get messed up. Actually, I'm hosting Thanksgiving at my home, so you're going to see me kind of stop and get ready. I'm going to be planning, of course, each and every day in my planner about what the next day looks like. That doesn't change just because our routine is changing. There are little things that we can keep consistent, like working out, using our planner. Thanksgiving Day, there is no way I was going to start this day without moving my body, because I'm about to cancel out every good thing that you see happening here. And once again, this isn't just a super heavy workout, but it's something so that when I get to fellowship with my family, enjoy the food that has been prepared, enjoy the blessing of being alive another year, I am not feeling like I didn't at least do something to pour back into myself. So it's a very guilt-free experience, and that looks different depending on who you are. For me in particular, I just feel that if I can stick to some of the normalcy, that it kind of cancels some things out. So I'm on my way to get my hair done, and my family's here, so I'm happy about that. But I wanted to quickly interject somewhere in this video, which is obviously going to be here. Is the whole point of the holidays, the whole point of if you're off work, is to be able to be mindful and aware of the people around you. It is to rest your body. It is to rest your mind. And if there is ever a time where you can scale back on a routine, it is now. And I say that to say is there is a happy medium between keeping a very, very structured routine, structured regimen, structured workouts, that a lot of you probably watch videos like that because you want to see people who do those things, and you're striving yourself to do those things and to be organized. But this is a very, very hard time of year to do it. So you need to give yourself some grace. But then second, you've got to find the balance of, okay, there are a lot of people that if they stop everything, they're gonna fall all the way off. Like, it's all or nothing. If I stop working out, I'm gonna fall all the way off. Like, that's how some people are. If I stop writing, I'm gonna find all the way off. And so if you are that person, then just continue to stick to the routine that you're doing even through the holidays, because falling off is so extremely hard to get back up. But most people, I think, can find a happy medium. I will tell you what my happy medium is. I'm going to get up and work out no matter what. Whether I have a cheeseburger or a daiquiri, I'm going to get up and work out during this time period. But I am mindful enough. I am not trying to lose any weight during the holidays. I am not trying to have abs of steel during the holidays. It's just not going to happen. And I don't care if it happens, because I'll do what I need to do that I normally do. And so what I'm basically trying to do is go into a situation where I don't create any damage. I basically sustain what it is that I'm doing with my weight, sustain what it is that I do with my YouTube channel, sustain what it is that I do for work. That is what I'm doing. We are in a season of sustaining between now and the end of Christmas break. So give yourself some grace. So I think it goes without being saying that a little bit of self-care and a good reset is perfect for when your routine isn't the best, because it gives you something to look forward to, and it doesn't allow you to get just completely too far off, because it reminds you of who you are and what you're doing. So this day is a hair appointment, and actually my nieces and my daughter and I also all went to go get our nails done. So that was a fun thing to do after Thanksgiving. And I went with a Christmas red, kind of something classic just to make it. I will get my nails done before Christmas, but I thought this was very festive and holiday. And then y'all, the temperature dropped and my husband was actually legitimately able to make gumbo. Yes, I know what you're thinking, but I'm telling you, this Mexican man can put his foot in some gumbo. And of course, football. And if you didn't catch out that Georgia game, it was intense. So on Saturday morning, this is the closeout of the week and the weekend for me, because Sunday I'm going to use to truly rest tomorrow. And so with all things, I'm doing laundry, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. You're even going to see me do some laundry probably later on, just to keep things from kind of just piling up. You know how it is when you have a house full of people, and my brother, his wife, his girls are here, and they're actually leaving later on this morning, but I'm actually getting ready to go run, so I'm putting on my sunscreen. I'm not looking forward to running, y'all, because I'm about to go run. Obviously you saw me putting sunscreen on, and it is 47 degrees outside, which is pretty cool for Houston. This is my long run day. I don't know that it's gonna be long though. I think just me running, like after the week of just eating like whatever and just fellowshipping and enjoying myself is a win. So I'm not putting any pressure on myself, nor should you, to pick up exactly where you left off. The goal is to continue to have momentum and do something instead of nothing. So I think you're noticing a theme. Something is better than nothing, because nothing is going to equal regression. And that's not what we want in any of our goals. So let's go. So Like all my videos, there is a weekly preview, and I usually do my weekly preview on Sunday, but because I am so intent on resting tomorrow after church and watching football, plus my daughter is going back to school, I am spending my time to do it now. I am literally having to think back because I haven't been at work in like 10 days of what was going on. My computer is open, so I'm adding all of my meetings and events to my calendar. I'm going back over my to-dos for the week, my agendas, all of the tasks that are work related, and then of course the things that I have to do in my personal life. And if you need a video on this, I have two that I'll link above on how to really go in depth with the planning process, but I highly recommend it. And we are actually headed out the door. My brother just left. We are going to watch my son. He is in the third round of the playoffs in Texas, y'all. This is a big deal. But before I go, I'm actually taking the sheets off in the 3 bedrooms that were upstairs that my family was in and throwing those in the upstairs laundry room so that I don't have to be bothered with that, other than just throwing them in the dryer when I come back. And then of course I'll put them back on the beds. But I'm just one of those people like, just hurry up, let's get it out the way, let's not drag it out. And the game was actually almost 2 hours away, and the kids did so good. Y'all, they played their hearts out. They did not get the win, but I cannot tell you how proud I am of this football team and the turnaround season that they had. So many of you closing out the evening in peace and in tranquility, finishing any last minute administrative task, allowing my shopaholic daughter to enable me with a little bit of retail therapy per usual, and quite honestly just wrapping up the evening editing this very video you're watching, doing one of the things that I love, which is sitting on the couch watching football with not only my husband but my daughter. And these are the reasons that you have routines and procedures that have to be flexible. This is a hectic time of year, and it is so easy to become guilty because you're not doing things perfectly. But I just want to show you what it looks like in real life to live and indulge a little bit and find a little bit of balance, because ultimately at the end of the day, you should be doing those things not only for yourself, but to have moments with the people that you love in your best headspace possible.